Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to learn a very important chapter from class 10 Geography, Agriculture. Agriculture is called the backbone of Indian's economy and there is a reason behind that. It not only provides food for our entire population but also gives employment to millions of people and raw materials to many industries like textile, sugar and food processing. So, let's understand everything about agriculture in detail. Agriculture plays a vital role in our lives. It provides employment to about two-thirds of India's population and contributes significantly to our gross domestic product, nothing but our GDP. Industries like cotton textile, sugar, jute, and paper depend directly on agriculture raw materials, right? Even our export earnings come largely from agriculture products like tea, coffee, spices, and rice. So, agriculture is not just about farming, right? It is the foundation of Indians' entire economy. So, in this next topic, we are going to see about types of farming. India is such a vast country with different climates and soils. So, various types of farming are practiced here. First one we are going to see primitive subsistence farming. It is the oldest type of farming. It's still practiced in some parts of India on small patches of land using their own simple tools like hoe, dough, and digging stick. It mainly depends on monsoon rain and natural fertility of the soil. The produce is used by here is a farmer's family alone. There is usually nothing left to sell. A special form of it is shifting cultivation, or we used to call slash and burn agriculture. Here, farmers clear a patch of forest by cutting and burning trees. They grow crops for a years and when the fertility reduces, they move to another path. It is known by different names in different regions. For example, Jumming in Assam and Meghalaya, Parmlu in Manipur, Dippa in Mizoram, Podu in Andhra Pradesh and Odisha, Bewar in Madhya Pradesh. This practice is now decreasing. Do you know what is the reason? It causes deforestation and soil erosion. One more thing that you want to know the different names of the slash and burn agriculture. This might we can expect in 1 marks. Okay. The next type is nothing but intensive subsistence farming. This type of farming is labor intensive and it is mostly done in densely populated area. Here, farmers cultivate small pieces of land but they try to get maximum output from every bit of soil. Even they use irrigation, fertilizers, and sometimes they used to use HYV seeds also. Farmers often grow 2 or 3 crops in a year. What does this type of farming is called as what? It is called multiple cropping. This kind of farming is common in Indo-Gangetic plains, the states like West Bengal, Bihar, and Uttar Pradesh. What is the commercial farming? That is our next type. This is modern large scale farming done mainly for sale and profit. It uses machines, irrigation, HYV seeds, chemical fertilizer, and pesticide. The main aim is not to the main aim is not for self consumption, only for earning income. Okay, the commercial farming is common in the states like Punjab, Haryana, Gujarat, and Maharashtra. And one special form of commercial farming is plantation farming. What is by plantation farming? It is a type of commercial farming where a single crop is grown on large estates. It requires huge capital investment, modern technology, transport facilities, and skilled labor also. The produce is processed on the plantation or nearby factories before export. Example we can say tea, coffee, and rubber. You knew very well that tea plantation usually we can able to see in Assam, West Bengal, even in Tamil Nadu, Kerala. Coffee plantation is nothing but in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Okay, even the rubber also will come under this category. Okay, so actually, who has introduced this plantation farming in our India? It was introduced by the British, and even today, these crops can major foreign exchange for our country. What is the next topic of this lesson? Cropping seasons. Actually, in our India, we have three main cropping seasons. What are they? They are Rabi, Kharif, and Zayad. Rabi crops used to sown in the months of October to December, and it used to be harvested in the month of April to June. So it needs a cool climate during growth and bright sunshine at harvest. So what are the crops will come under this category? Rabi crops: wheat, barley, peas, gram, mustard. So these crops were cultivated mainly in the states like Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and Himachal Pradesh. So the next is about Kharif crop. So here it used to sown with the onset of monsoon, which means that from June to July. It used to harvested between September and October. It requires warm and wet climate. The crops that used to grow in this Kharif cropping season is nothing but rice, maize, millet, cotton, jute, sugarcane, soya bean, and groundnut. It used to grow in the states like Assam, West Bengal, Odisha, Maharashtra, and coastal region. The last cropping pattern or cropping season is nothing but Zayad crop. So these are short duration summer crop between Rabi and Kharif. Example: watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, vegetable, and fodder crop. So now we are going to see the major topic of this lesson is nothing but what are the major crops that are cultivating in India. Okay, so here in that category, the first crop which we are going to see now is which we are going to learn now is nothing but rice. Rice, we knew very clearly that it is the staple food crop of India and the most widely grown crop also. It needs high temperature such as 25 about to 25 degrees Celsius. It needs high humidity and the rainfall is also to be above 100 centimeter. It grows best in alluvial soil and it needs standing water. So the states which are producing the rice, major producer of rice is nothing but West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Assam, Odisha, etc. There are many states are given in your book. Read all those. Okay. So in areas with less rainfall like Punjab and Haryana, even the rice is possible to cultivate it with the help of irrigation. Okay. The next crop is nothing but wheat. So there are two staple food for our Indians. One is that rice and one is the wheat. Mostly our both North Indian as well as South Indian people, we used to eat rice as well as wheat. Especially Southern Indian people used to depend upon the rice most, right? Same like that, North Indian is used to depend upon the wheat most, right? So here wheat is the main rabi crop. It requires cool weather and bright sunshine at harvest. It grows well in well drained fertile alluvial soil. So it is producing in the states are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan, etc. Then the next crop is nothing but millets. So under the millets, we are having three important millets that we are cultivating in our India. One is the jawar, bajra, and ragi. So actually, these millets are also known as coarse grain, we can say. Okay, or else we can say millets are called nutri-cereals, we can say. Why it is called nutri-cereals? Because they are rich in nutrients and can survive in dry conditions. So in that first we are going to see about jawar. So jawar need the weather condition. It needs a temperature from 27 to 32 degree Celsius. So here it used to, what is the cropping pattern? Something but Kharif cropping pattern. In the Maharashtra is the top producer of jawar. Okay. The next is nothing but what? Bajra. Right. So what is called bajra? Actually, bajra used to grow in the dry areas also, which means that the rainfall it requires below 35 centimeter also. In that below 35 centimeter rainfall also, bajra can able to grow. Okay. So here it used to grow in the cropping pattern called Kharif. So Rajasthan and Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh are the main producers of bajra. The next one is the ragi. Almost most of the people are using the most favorite millet is nothing but ragi only. The cultivation used to happen in the three main places such as Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, Uttarakhand. Okay, so in these three places, the ragi is the main crop used to be cultivated. Even this ragi also can also survive in dry condition also. Okay, apart from that, ragi is very important millet as it is rich in iron and calcium and other micronutrients also. So they grow well in less fertile. All this jawar, bajra, ragi grow well in less fertile soil and low rainfall areas. Okay, the next one is nothing but the maize. Maize actually is both a kharif as well as rabi crop. It needs moderate temperature around 21 to 27 degrees Celsius and it requires a rainfall is about 110 centimeter. Okay, so the farmers use HYV seeds, fertilizers and irrigation for higher yield. If they need more amount of yield, they are using in the modern agriculture method. And the major maize producing states are Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. And one important one mark from this maize is nothing but it is used as food as well as food. Okay, that is very very important. The next is nothing but pulses. So pulses are an essential source of protein in our diet. They also help improve soil fertility by fixing nitrogen from the air. And the main pulses are tuar dal se na tuar, urud, moong, masoor dal, peas and gram. So major producing states are nothing but Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan at all. One more thing that if the pulses need to grow, it does not require high moisture content. Even it can able to grow in the able to grow in the less moisture content, and even in the dry condition also pulses used to survive. Okay, then the sugarcane is we used to call sugarcane is a tropical as well as subtropical crop. It requires hot and humid climate. The rainfall is between 75 to 100 centimeter and it used to grow well in the fertile soil. What are the products we used to get from the sugarcane is nothing but sugar, jaggery and molasses at all. The major producing states is nothing but Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Bihar. The next is about the oil seed. India is one of the largest producer of oil seeds. They are used to make edible oil, soap, cosmetics and ointments also. The main oil seeds include is nothing but groundnut and mustard, soya bean, coconut, sunflower. So each oil seed is grown in different region. For example, if you take groundnut, it used to grow in Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. If you take mustard, it used to grow in Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. If it is a soya bean, Madhya Pradesh. Coconut, obviously you knew very well that Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Okay, sunflower is nothing but southern and central region. The next is nothing but the non-food crops such as tea, our beverage crops we can say. It is called as beverage crops. Okay, so here most popular beverage is nothing but tea. Maximum everyone likes to drink tea, right? So tea was introduced by the British and has become a major export product for India. It needs warm and moist climate. Temperature is also between um, 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. It requires frequent rainfall. That is very, very important. It requires frequent rainfall throughout the year. The soil should be well drained and slightly acidic it should be. Okay. One more main thing is nothing but it is a labor intensive crop and tea leaves are plucked by hand mostly by women. Okay. Tea bushes are pruned regularly to ensure fresh leaf growth. Pruned is nothing but cutting. The crop is processed on the plantation before being sent to the market. So, who are the main producers in our country? Assam, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. India earns a lot of foreign exchange through the tea exports only. Okay, so how the tea is an important beverage. So same like that also, coffee is also an important beverage na. I think so many coffee lovers used to be there. Coffee was brought to India by a saint named Baba Budan, okay, who brought seeds from Yemen to the hills of Karnataka in the 17th century. India is known for producing the Arabica variety, which has a rich aroma and is exported worldwide. That's true, actually, coffee is nothing but its aroma is very nice to smell. Coffee requires warm and wet climate, well drained, hilly soil, and shade trees. The major coffee producing states are nothing but Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. India's coffee is especially popular in Europe for its unique flavor. Okay, the next is nothing but our horticulture crop. The word horticulture comes from the Latin word hortus, which means that garden, and cultura, it means cultivation. So horticulture means the cultivation of garden crop, especially fruits, vegetables, flowers, and ornamental plants. India's diverse climate and rich soil type allow farmers to grow a wide range of horticultural crops, from apples in Kashmir to bananas in Tamil Nadu. This makes India one of the leading producer of horticultural crops in the world. Okay, so in the year of 2000, the next we are going to see about the fiber crops. Actually, in that fiber crops, cotton, jute, hemp, natural silk, these are the four major fiber crops grown in India. First, let me see about the cotton. It's a natural fiber crop used mainly in the textile production. It belongs to Kharif season. It used to sown in summer and harvested in winter. Its temperature is about 21 to 30 degree. Okay, it requires a bright sunshine and a clear sky. So rainfall is about 55 to 100 centimeter. The major producing states of rubber are Maharashtra, Gujarat, Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh. The next is very important one. Their products only we are using almost now to avoid the pollution. Even the cotton bag also we are using, but the cotton is from the ancient time, right? So this is the another one important that became trending, we can say, that is called jute. Jute is called the golden fiber because of its color and high value. It is used for making gunny bags, ropes, mats, carpets. Even nowadays, jute cloths are available and many decorative items too. Jute requires a high temperature, heavy rainfall, and humid climate. So we knew very well that in the Hooghly river, most of the jute cultivation used to happen. You might have seen in the manufacturing industries, listen, right? Jute industry, where it is located, you come to know. It grows well in the well-drained alluvial soil of the Ganga Brahmaputra delta. Okay, it is sown before the monsoon and harvested after the rainy season. The states which are producing jute are West Bengal, Bihar, Assam, Odisha, and Meghalaya. Actually, India is the largest producer of jute, while Bangladesh is our main competitor. So that's all about all the crops we have seen. Now we came to the end of the lesson. Here we are going to see that to develop agriculture, technological wise, whatever the reforms has taken, as well as through the institutional wise, what are the reforms we have taken. So after independence, India introduced several measures to improve agriculture. In that, first one is nothing but land reform. So under the land reform, abolition of zamindari system happened, consolidation of fragmented land holdings. You might have seen land of inheritance. In that land of inheritance, the land were separated based on the generation, number of generations, right? So that consolidation was happened. The second thing is about the green revolution. To increase the productivity of the crop, this was introduced. So here they have used the H5V seeds. They have used, not still now they are using. Okay, H5V seeds, fertilizers, irrigation, and modern technology. Initially, this H5V revolution, green revolution, benefited for the people such as Punjab, Haryana, and Western Uttar Pradesh. They have used this green revolution for the cultivation of wheat and rice. The next is nothing but white revolution. So it focuses on increasing milk production through Operation Flood. Apart from that, what are the government initiative programs they have implemented is nothing but KCC. What is the meaning of KCC? Kisan Credit Card. It provides farmers easy credit for seeds, fertilizers, and equipment at low interest rate. The next one is that NAIS. The full form of that is nothing but National Agricultural Insurance Scheme. So insurance protection against crop failure due to natural disaster. The next one is that PMFBY, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, crop insurance to cover damage from droughts, floods and pests. The next one is that minimum support price. Already you knew this term. So here already we have studied in the 9th grade. Government fixes a price for key crops to protect farmers from price crashes. The next one is nothing but soil health card scheme. It helps farmers to test soil nutrition and apply fertilizers wisely. Okay, so these are some of the schemes it was implemented by the government. Apart from that, so many schemes are there. If I say all those things, definitely the video will be too long. That's what I'm just saying, the short form of that. PKVY, NMSA, BIS. PKVY is nothing but Param Pargat Krishi Vikas Yojana. NMSA is nothing but National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. BIS is nothing but Bharatiya Input Scheme. Okay, so here we knew very well that the contribution of agriculture to the economy is more. It supports not only the economy, even it supports industries also. Okay, it plays an important role in the GDP also. Actually, if you want to say very clearly, the share in the GDP has been declining. So which shows very clearly agriculture sector sharing is very reduced or is very low. It shows very well that we want to concentrate, there is need for the modernization and diversification of agriculture. The last topic of this lesson is nothing but Gramdan and Bundan. So here after India became independent in the year of 1947, one of the biggest challenges in the countryside was unequal distribution of land due to the land of inheritance. A small number of landlords owned huge tracts of fertile land, while millions of peasants had no land at all to cultivate. This caused poverty, unemployment and social inequality in villages. So our Mahatma Gandhiji always believed that true independence means equality and self-reliance for all, especially the villagers. So after his death in the year of 1948, his followers wanted to continue his vision of rural upliftment through peaceful and voluntary efforts. Because of that, in the year of 1951, a Gandhian leader named Acharya Vinoba Bhave started a peaceful movement known as Bhudan movement, which literally means gift of land. Okay, do you know the story of that? Actually, one day when Vinoba was visiting a village called Pochampalli in Telangana, some poor landless villagers told him that they had no land to cultivate. Vinoba then requested the rich landlords of that area to donate a small part of their land to the poor. To everyone's surprise, one landlord named Ramachandra Reddy immediately agreed and donated 80 acres of land. That one generous act inspired Vinoba to spread this idea throughout the country. Thus, the Bhudan movement was born, where people voluntarily donated a portion of their land to those who had none, which means that who didn't have land. Okay, so this movement as such, it was spreaded because of Vinoba. Vinoba walked from village to village, appealing to landlords and farmers to share their land. He covered thousands of kilometers on foot, speaking to people directly and encouraging them to live in harmony. This simple idea touched the hearts of many, and soon lakhs of areas of land were donated across India. So this became the large voluntary movement. After the success of Bhudan, Vinoba introduced a broader idea called Gramdan, which means that gift of the village. That is gift of the land, this is gift of the village. Under Gramdan, the entire village community would come together and collectively own all the land. Instead of individual ownership, the land would belong to the whole village and everyone would share its benefit equally. This was a step toward collective farming, cooperation and self-sufficiency. This collective farming, collectivization you might have learnt in your history, 9th grade, second lesson. I think so. Did you remember Lenin? Okay. So in the Lenin lesson you might have learnt. Vinoba dreamed that if every village followed Gramdan, India would become a land of peace, equality and prosperity. Clear? This is about the Bhudan and Gramdan. Bhudan is nothing but gift of the land. Gramdan is nothing but gift of the village. Concept is different. Please understand that. So though these many are facing in agriculture, these many new technologies, new ideas are implemented in technology, some challenges that Indian agriculture is facing. For example, dependence on monsoon rain, fragmented landholding, declining soil fertility, water scarcity, lack of storage and marking facility, overuse, all this one. So to overcome these, farmers must adapt modern technology, organic methods at all. So students, agriculture is truly the lifeline of our country. Okay, thank you.